The recent rise of the Punjab Kings has been something incredible to watch for the neutral IPL fan. Semi-finalists in the first season and then never going into the top 4 till 2014 when they played the final against the eventual champions, the Kolkata Knight Riders. And then again a decade later for another final appearance in 2025. From Kings 11 Punjab to now the Punjab Kings, let's talk about their journey. From the very first season of the IPL, Punjab had the kind of squad that made fans believe. Sean Marsh, a dashing Australian left-hander, won the first ever orange cap in the IPL's history. Adam Gilchrist keeping the wickets, Kumara Sangakkara, Mahela Jayawardena, two of the finest batters to ever play the game. Virender Sehwag doing Virender Sehwag things, and Chris Gayle, the universe boss, turning every inning into a highlight reel every week. And when that generation faded away, Punjab simply replaced them with the next wave of the great. Glenn Maxwell, David Miller, Rahul, Ravi Ashwin. The talent was never the problem, the trophies were. For years, Punjab were cricket's greatest unfulfilled promise. They made the final just once in the first decade of the IPL, in 2014, and even that night ended in heartbreak. George Bailey leading the side, Glenn Maxwell, Virender Sehwag firing, and then Riddhiman Saha, of all people, smashing a brilliant 100 in the final against KKR, a night that had everything except a trophy at the end of it for the Punjab Kings. What followed that 2014 final wasn't a redemption arc though. It was the same story on repeat, just with different names in the scorecard. 2018, under Ravi Ashwin's captaincy, dominant in the first half of the season, 10 points from 7 matches, and then a complete collapse when it mattered the most. 2019, the exact same story. Promise in the first half, silence in the second. Then came 2020. The Rahul era began. For large parts of that season, Punjab looked genuinely dangerous, and yet once again they faded precisely when they needed to stand tall. In 2021, they rebranded. The Kings 11 Punjab became the Punjab Kings. New name, new colors, a new identity and a new beginning. But the same old result. Between 2022 to 2024, the leadership crisis became an impossible thing to ignore. Shikhar Dhawan was handed the captaincy but fought injuries and a steep dip in form. Sam Curran stepped in for stretches, Jitesh Sharma at other points. 3 different leaders in 3 years, none of them able to give the team what it needed the most: stability and direction. What Punjab desperately lacked was a settled Indian core and one clear, decisive leader. Until they fixed that, nothing else was going to change. And going into the 2025 season, Punjab came out swinging. The highest budget in the auction hall, 110 crore, and more importantly, an actual set plan. They brought in Ricky Ponting, the punter, as head coach, the greatest captain this game has ever seen, now tasked with fixing one of the IPL's most restless franchises. They spent 25 odd crore on Shreyas Iyer to lead the side, added overseas firepower, and crucially made a genuine commitment to the Indian domestic talent. That last part was where the real masterstroke lied. Priyansh Arya, Prabh Simran Singh, Nehal Wadira, young, fearless, and hungry for it. Shashank Singh, practically an accidental pick at the 2024 auction, blossomed into a genuine match winner for them in 2025. The top order became one of the most destructive in the tournament, and with Marcus Stoinis adding lower order firepower, the bowling attack featured Yuzvendra Chahal, Arshdeep Singh, both T20 World Cup winners, alongside Marco Jansen and Lockie Ferguson for some real pace. On paper, a genuinely balanced squad, and on field, finally convincing. But beyond the squad, let's talk about the partnership that truly changed Punjab's fortunes. Because this story isn't just about the players. Ricky Ponting and Shreyas Iyer had been there before. Together at the Delhi Capitals in 2019 and 2020, they transformed that team from one of the most ordinary franchises in the IPL into a genuine title contender. When Iyer later moved to KKR, he led them to that third IPL title, ending a decade-long drought for the men in purple. And yet, when the celebrations happened, much of the credit drifted towards mentor Gautam Gambhir. Shreyas himself publicly said that he didn't get the recognition he think he deserved. Here's the sting though. Gautam Gambhir is a brilliant coach and he's proving that with the Indian national team right now. But when you have a sharp, strategic mind building the plan from the dressing room, you need an equally sharp, decisive mind on the field to execute that. Ponting knew it. He'd seen it firsthand at Delhi. He was adamant about having Iyer at Punjab, and that single decision has defined everything this team has become. Want evidence of Iyer's caliber as a captain? Don't just take my word for it. Look at his batting figures. He walks his talk. Then look at the 2 franchises he previously led and where they stand today. The numbers make the argument for him. Punjab came into the 2026 season with unfinished business, and they've made their intentions crystal clear from game won. And that one washout against the Knight Riders at the Eden Gardens, a game Punjab were dominating for the 3.5 overs that were played, when the rain arrived and handed the Knights a lifeline they hadn't earned on the field. One could argue Punjab were robbed of a point that night. The batting has been nothing short of spectacular this entire season. They chased down 264 with absolute ease. Yes, 264, a total that would have broken the backs of most batting lineups, barely raised an eyebrow for Punjab. They knocked off 220 against the Sunrisers at home without breaking much of a sweat. This is one of the most dangerous top orders in the entire competition. But, and there is a big but, here is where it gets complicated. And this is a real concern, not just noise. The bowling has been leaky. They let the Delhi Capitals post 264 on the board. Sunrisers put up 220 against them. Chahal has looked off color. Harshdeep has been struggling to make an impact at the death. And Marco Jansen and Lockie Ferguson have had some expensive spells. Eventually, the Rajasthan Royals chased down 226 to hand the Punjab Kings their first loss of the season, and the batting couldn't do it alone that game. And there's a second question that also deserves to be asked. Can this batting lineup play a different kind of game when the pitch demands it? Because we've seen the answer before, and it wasn't pretty. Against the Gujarat Titans on a seam-friendly surface, the Punjab Kings were blown away, and in last year's qualifier 1, bundled out for just over 100 against RCB. You simply cannot hit your way out of every situation. When the conditions are swinging against you, you need composure, not just firepower. The batting lineup is elite and the intent is clear, but this Punjab team, more than any other version before them, knows that talent without adaptability has a ceiling. And last but not the least, let's talk about the fielding. And it has been poor, to keep it brief. The fielding came in to haunt them again against the Sunrisers Hyderabad, dropping 3 catches of SRH batters. One has to pay for it in the end, and pay for it they did. Shashank Singh has been incredibly poor in the field and in the lower order batting as well, which is hurting them. One interesting stat from ESPN Cricinfo though, Yuzi Chahal has created 16 chances, of which 8 have been dropped. Incredibly unlucky for him. And so, after a blistering start, Punjab have now lost 3 on the bounce, still sitting comfortably in second place on the table. But that's where historical trends become uncomfortable, because Punjab have been here before. Strong start, sitting pretty in the top 2, and then the wheels come off exactly when it matters the most. Peaking too early in the IPL season is its own kind of trap, and this franchise knows that thing all too well. And something to add for their social media manager as well. When you're winning, be grounded and don't troll others unnecessarily. Mentioning 49 every time when possible, when your own team was 47 for 5 the other day against the Gujarat Titans, and last year's qualifier 1 bowled out for 100, when you will lose, you will get trolled badly too. Just like Virat Kohli once said, if you can give it, you gotta take it back as well. Otherwise, don't give it. With all that said, the verdict is the Punjab Kings have been the nearly team for far too long in the IPL. This group, with Ponting's vision, Iyer's leadership, and a squad built on genuine Indian talent, feels different, feels unfinished. The unfinished work of the 2025 season is the fuel. The question is whether the bowlers can rediscover their best, and whether this batting lineup can be smart, not just destructive, when the knockout pressure arrives. Because the Punjab Kings have earned the right to lift that IPL trophy, they just need 20 overs of belief from everyone on that field. But what are your thoughts on the Punjab Kings season so far? Where do you think they will finish in the table? And will they lift their first ever trophy this season? Do let us know in the comments down below. If you've enjoyed this video, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. It helps us out massively. And with all that said, thank you for watching. We hope you've enjoyed. We'll see you in the next one. Glitch Lab signing out.